everyone. Welcome to another Let's Play. My name is Anna Mardal, and we are going to do Chapter 15 of The Crown and the Flame, Book 2. So, Chapter 15. With Kenna's life in danger, and the fate of the realm in the balance, can Dom find a way to save her and all he holds dear? Chapter 15, The Dragon. That's interesting because they keep talking about a dragon with Dom, and I honestly don't know if they mean a metaphorical dragon, like finding your inner center, or if they mean an actual physical dragon, like, and you've completed your training? Here is a dragon. I don't know. We will find out, won't we? Just a second. Okay, sorry about that. My phone dinged, and normally I would just start the entire video over, but I can't. Chapter 15, The Dragon. Now playing as Dom. Interesting. Usually it's Kenna. During the battle against Luther, an airship aims its cannon at your small boat, Swift. As the airship prepares to fire, time slows. Kenna! You rush to save Kenna, fire coiling around your body, covering you entirely. Suddenly, you find yourself once again in the throne room, surrounded by Navraki guards, Kenna by your side. This doesn't seem like the right time for this. Die. If only I had my sword. Wait, no, the battle. The cannon! I can't be here! I need to save you in real life, Kenna! I need to go back to the boat! You glimpse a flash of the real world, you racing toward Kenna, fire from the airship's cannon growing, death to all aboard looming. No! You're pulled back into the spirit world, Kenna looking at you intently. Dom, it's all right. It's over. We lost. I don't understand. I already failed this test. There's too many Navraki soldiers. I can't beat them all. Just go, Dom. You can't save me. Realization strikes you like a lightning bolt. That's it. I know what I need to do. I need to... What? Find Kenna's sword? She said if only she had her sword. Befriend the guards? No. Kiss Kenna? No. So find Kenna's sword was the only one that made sense. You summon a series of fireballs, hurling them at the guards blocking the doors. Come on. Grabbing Kenna's hand, you pull her away from the fight. Dom, where are we going? You and Kenna burst through the doors. All around you, new guards begin to materialize. Where do you think you're going? Can't get rid of us that easy. This way. You pull Kenna outside, searching through the castle field until you find her sword gleaming in the grass. Sure. Here, take this. You hand Kenna her sword, and she turns to face the onslaught of soldiers. You messed with the wrong woman. This ends now. With a single swing, a shockwave emanates from Kenna's sword, ripping a path through the guards and eradicating everything. So the quest wasn't to save her, it was to help her save herself? A moment later, you're back on the starry path. How did you figure out what to do? You said I couldn't save you, and that made me look at the situation differently. I realized I've been so obsessed with saving you, I never gave you the chance to save yourself. You're no helpless damsel, Kenna. I don't need to fight for you. I need to fight beside you. Once I figured that out, it was just a matter of getting you the right equipment. And how'd you know where my sword would be?
Come on, Kenna. We're best friends. I know you too well. You always left your things out on the castle lawn. That's where we used to practice. It's where some of my best memories are.
You are finally ready now, Dominic Hunter.
You mean I passed?
Kenna smiles, cupping your face in her hands. Slowly her body begins to fade, disappearing.
Kenna, wait! What happens now? What about the ships? What about...
You're jolted back into reality. The airship's cannon has already fired, and the path of fireball halfway between the airship and Swift. Across the boat, Kenna's eyes meet yours. Her look, a resigned goodbye, tears at your heart. With a last burst of desperate energy, you throw yourself forward and find yourself rising. In an instant, you're directly underneath the fireball's path. It slams into you and splashes harmlessly against your back. By the waves and wind! Impossible. I thought I had seen it all. What? Dom, is that really you?
What's everyone staring at? And why are you all down there?
Your voice becomes a low growl. Before you finish speaking, you realize what you've become. Your hands and feet have been replaced by lethal talons. A powerful tail whips about behind you, and your thick, leathery wings audibly beat the air above Swift.
I'm a dragon, and I'm flying.
Kenna, your man is officially a monster. The airship's cannon hums and whirs, preparing to fire another shot. You turn your mouth upwards, inhale deeply, and...
I should breathe fire.
A tremendous blast of blue fire shoots from your mouth, igniting the airship. A moment later, the airship explodes into 1,000 pieces. You shield your friends aboard Swift with your massive body as soldiers rain down from above.
Yeah! Way to give him hells, Dom!
I can get used to this. All around you, Navraki soldiers, weighted by their armor, begin sinking. Meanwhile, the fire mages who were on board remain largely unharmed, treading water on the surface.
There were fire mages? Oh, you mean like Anton?
Kenna's boats weave through the fiery debris and begin scooping them up. You turn your attention to the other airships bombarding Kenna's fleet. Dom, where are you going?
To fight fire with fire!
You flap your wings and send yourself soaring high into the sky.
Roar!
You corkscrew through the air, coming up behind two airships. Archers on board the nearest one fire their ships at you.
Ha ha! That tickles!
Surging forward, you grab the airship with your massive talons.
It's a monster! We're gonna crash!
Why don't you go play with your friends? You spin in the air, easily whipping the airship around in a circle. Just need to time this right. You wait until the other airship is in sight and release. With perfect timing, you let go and the airships collide with a loud crunch. An explosion sends debris flying every which way. Take that! A fireball whips past your face.
Woo, that was too close.
You track the plume of smoke to an airship that's now barreling your way, its cannon trained on you.
I should burn it.
You inhale deeply, then exhale as hard as you can, scorching the airship with a jet of fire. The airship explodes, pieces raining down from the sky. Below you, a ship fires its gun on Swift and grabs your attention. Kenna! You descend upon it in a blur, spreading your wings and hovering just above the deck. Roar! Gods, what is that thing? Who cares? Kill it! The soldier charges forward, waving his axe menacingly overhead. You reach down, snatching him up in one of your talons. Crush him. We're not going to eat him. Clenching your talons tighter, you crunch the soldier's bones with a sick crunch. Who's next to die? Run for your lives! The rest of the crew jump overboard. That was easy. As you're about to fly off, an archer still unbarred catches you off guard. Die, dragon! She fires an arrow at your eye. You flinch, expecting pain, but the arrow disintegrates before it hits you, evaporating in a blaze of fire. Huh? Did we do that? Ah! Phoebus! Great save! No. Phoebus turns from you and swoops down on the soldier. Gah! Phoebus lands on her, flames dripping off him and finding gaps in her armor. In just a few seconds, she's engulfed in flame. I owe you one, Phoebus. A ruckus on the nearby ship grabs your attention. You turn and see Anu facing off against an entire crew of soldiers. Surrender, old man. You're outnumbered. And you've got to be 1,000 years old. Anu holds his arm out, and a long blade of fire extends from his hand. I am the one offering you a chance to surrender. Do you accept? The soldiers laugh nervously. You can take your offer and go to... Anu rushes forward, slicing through the air with his fire blade. Hells! A second later, severed limbs lie on the ship's deck, and most of the soldiers writhe around, their bodies torn and burning. Another ship near the one Anu is on. He sets his own boat alight and steers it on a course for the approaching ship. His ship collides with the other, sending pieces of wood and soldiers flying off in every direction. As both ships are consumed by fire, he turns and smiles at you. Happy to help, Dominic. Did he bring Say? You spread your wings, flying up out of the range of the warships. A jet of purple flame streaks past your face. Whoa! Behind you, an airship you hadn't noticed explodes in a burst of fire. I'm losing count of how many times I've had to save your hide, Lowlander. Say, you're a dragon. And your fire, it's purple. Is mine supposed to be? We don't have time for pleasantries. Look! In the distance, a huge airship trains its massive cannon on you. You're able to spot the airship's captain smirking at you from the bow. Hex. Hex. A fireball streaks past your wings, nearly hitting you. I have to take it out now. You can't do it, Lowlander. You don't have the energy for a blast that strong. I'll do it. Don't tell me what I can't do. I should... Oh, we do have the power. Oh, wow, we're at 25. That's awesome. Excellent. Hold on. Okay, so fortunately we've got enough power. I can't believe we maxed out our power. We can disable the cannon with a huge fireball. Excellent. You rear your head back and shoot out a column of fire with a deafening roar. Roar! The cannon blows apart, pieces of it falling into the bay below. I guess I was wrong. I turn into a dragon, and you admit to being wrong. Today really is the best of days. Hex's airship begins retreating away from you. You breathe a parting blast at Hex's ship, but it emerges from the flames unscathed. She must have reinforced that thing with some kind of special steel. We might still be able to... A blaring horn captures your attention. Below you, Luther's ships start to regroup as Kenna's fleet goes on the offensive. This is it, the final push against Luther. You swoop down, hovering above Swift. Up ahead are two of Luther's largest, most lethal warships. Dom, can you handle those? Want to play as Kenna and ride Dom against Luther's navy? Now's your chance. God damn it, yes. Like, I'm gonna say no to that. Now playing as Kenna. Dom, now a dragon, hovers above Swift and swings his tail over, offering a way for you to climb onto him. You're sure? I could probably handle these ships on my own, but if the spirit world's taught me anything, it's that you and I are better together. You hop on, running up Dom's tail and straddle his body. Ready to go roast some Navraki soldiers? Ready. Oh, and we're going to have a talk about this whole dragon thing later. Of course. Now hang on. You wrap your arms around Dom's neck as he flies forward, cutting through the air. Up ahead, the soldiers on board the nearest warship gather in a huddle on deck, their swords out. I'm kind of surprised that we don't see some mass defections. I mean, what's Luther gonna do to them? If they all just take their armor off, jump into the sea, and swim away. Maybe they can't swim. A lot of people, can't. So, here comes the great beast. Dom. I feel like roasting them creates less opening for them to hurt us. Dom hovers over the soldiers. It's the Queen of Stormhold. She's riding that beast. I'll show you a beast. Dom breathes out a plume of flame, roasting them where they stand. Ha! Now that was fun. God, it's kind of grim. These are actual people. I mean... As Dom flies away, the ship's captain clambers back onto the deck, rallying her archers. They fire a volley of arrows into Dom's side. Urgh! You cannot defeat me, foul creature! You, or that thing you're riding on. Did she just say what I think she said? Dom. Get me close? As you wish. Dom flies around, gliding with wings outspread as you make another pass at the ship. Staying low, you scramble out onto his wings, sword drawn. When you get close enough, you pop up from your position. Hey, how about you insult me to my face? Huh? You slice her across the neck. Gurgling, she tumbles overboard into the ocean. You return to your spot on Dom's back. That was fierce. A burst of cannon fire from the second ship nearly takes your head off. Whoa. Kenna, you okay? Yes, but I'm not happy. You feel like teaching these fools a lesson? Ask me a hard one. Dom flies to the other ship. I'll handle the cannon. You handle the soldiers? I'll meet you on the other side. Dom bucks his neck gently and sends you sailing onto the deck of the second ship. You tumble right into the middle of a group of soldiers. Which do you attack first? Ooh, we can choose. Let's take the gold helmet. Maybe they're the leader. You bash her helmet in with the hilt of your sword. Ooh. And let's take this one with the heavier face piece. You jam your sword through his eye slit. And we'll take this one with a slightly fancier helmet. You cut the back of his legs and then slash open his neck as he buckles. Jesus. And we saved him for last. With lightning speed, you slice your sword through a gap in his armor. Crumbs. I mean, it's war. They are trying to kill you. I don't feel like this is morally bad, necessarily. It's just, wow. The fourth soldier hits the ground before anyone else can react. You sprint along the ship, slashing enemies left and right. Huh? As the remaining archers try to pick you off, the deck goes up in flames. Flames lick at your heels, and you leap from the bow of the ship and land on Dom's back. Nice of you to drop in. Well, I was in the area. As Dom flies you back to meet with Swift, he suddenly drops for a moment, his wings dipping into the water. Dom, you okay? What? Yeah. He shakes his head, trying to clear the cobwebs. I'm fine. Let's get you back to your ship. What's wrong with him? Dom glides low over Swift. You slide down the back of his wing, landing safely beside Val. So, how was your fight? Was it amazing? Did you blow up a ton of stuff? A few things, yes. Did you feel like an avenging god, meting out destruction as you saw fit, holding life and death within your hands? I'm not jealous. Now that our queen's back among the mortals, I believe we've got a battle to finish. Smirking, Kailani deftly steers Swift between the wrecks of burning ships. Odd. A disproportionately high number of Navraki troops are gathering on one of the troop transports. If they're all gathering on that one ship, it must be that Luther is on that ship. Which means we should be on that ship now. Hold on. Kailani leaves Swift through the burning flotsam until you're right beside Luther's ship. Nearby, Leon directs his own boat to approach from the other side. Your allies across the bay begin to converge on Luther's ship, joining in the attack. Let's finish this. Gladly. Right behind you, Kenna. Your grappling hooks soar through the air and you pull yourself aboard Luther's ship. Attack! Your force smashes into the Navraki soldiers. Enemies on the ship! Protect the... The soldier collapses face first on the deck. Leon grunts as he wrenches his sword free from the dead soldier's back. I'll never know how the Navraki took over half the realm with these idiots. Helene steps past Leon to cut another enemy soldier. Not easily, I assure you. I'll not miss having to drill this lot on basic formations for hours on end. Ahead of you, Val spins her flail high, crushing a soldier's helmet. Val's opponent falls, but she fails to notice another soldier lunging at her from behind. Val, look out! What? Guardian, here! We brought the Minotaur! The Mechitaur's metal fist slams into the soldier's face, caving in the front of his helmet. The soldier keels over, dropping his weapon. Black hells, Whitlock. Whitlock stares at the splattered blood on the Mechitaur's fist. Are you alright, Whitlock? Fine. Just fine. If you're sure. Stay alert, everyone. We're so close. We can't afford to make any mistakes now. To your left, Adder casually flicks a dagger into an enemy soldier's eye. I'm not in the habit of making mistakes. You fight your way forward, finally catching a glimpse of Luther through the tight ranks of Navraki soldiers. Fight, you fools! You have them outnumbered! He's right there. I need to get through. We've got you. Maelstrom? Maelstrom. Kailani braces her back against Noah's. They spin in a circle, their spears a blur as they cut a path through the Navraki forces. After all that buildup, it paid off. Woo! You better run, kids. This catastrophe's coming at ya. You charge through the open space that Noah and Kailani have made, your eyes locked on Luther. Luther Navraki,
Come face me, Blood King! Luther smiles grimly, stepping forward. He brings up his longsword to meet your first strike, and your blades ring together. Very well. If you insist that I put you down personally, I will. We'll see who gets put down. Luther puts his weight behind his sword, shoving you back. You stumble, recovering quickly to strike at his legs. Luther's sword moves smoothly and precisely to block yours. Sloppy, you fight like a child. Though I must say, you're putting up a better fight than Queen Adriana. How dare you speak my mother's name, you butcher! Wait, it's a taunt. Easy. He's goading me, hoping I'll make a mistake. A loud roaring fills the air, and you instinctively duck as two massive shapes swoop overhead. Dom and Say! Dom and Say soar past, painting one of Luther's few remaining ships with gouts of blue and violet flame. Nearby, huge tentacles erupt from the water and wind around another ship, dragging it down. The Kraken! Oh, I did bring Bernice! Bernice gallops across the deck. How did we get a bear on a boat? I don't see that working at all. Bernice gallops across the deck, swatting Navraki soldiers aside with her massive paws. Who's a good bear? Who's a good bear? You're a good bear. Who's a good bear, Bernice? You are. You are. By all the gods, what beasts have you brought upon us? You spot Prince Tevin nearby, crossing swords with an enemy soldier. I'll gut you like a carp, rebel scum. Ah! Tevin withdraws his blade from the soldier's neck. She collapses. Come now, a battle is no excuse for name-calling. Luther's face pales as he takes in the destruction all around. You can't win, Luther. Surrender. You'd like that, wouldn't you? The Blood King, kneeling at the feet of the great Kenna Reese. Personally, I'd rather see you dead, but I'll take what I can get. You move to attack again, swinging for Luther's head. His block is almost casual. Can't get through his guard unless two can play at the distraction game. How does it feel, Luther, knowing I've captured your home, imprisoned your daughter, turned Helene against you? Okay, well, he never valued Helene the way I do, so I don't think that one's gonna do it. He doesn't value Zenobia, also the way I do, so we'll go with captured your home. It's a nice castle, a bit drab, but with a little redecorating, it'll make a lovely summer home. I'll decorate the Great Hall with your head. Who do you think I should make the new ruler of Lycos when you're gone? My friend Dom, maybe? Or Adder, she knows the city best. Insolent brat, you know nothing, nothing. I would totally make Adder the new ruler of Lycos. I actually think that's a good idea. Luther, or we could give it to Raiden. I'm sorry, I've distracted myself. Luther lunges at you, swinging his longsword at your neck. You duck under the blade, darting forward to drag the edge of your sword across Luther's ribs. Luther staggers back, leaving a trail of blood on the deck. You follow, forcing him towards the bow of the ship. This is it, Luther. This is the end of your rule. You raise your sword high. This is... Really? Those are my options? Forcing me into exile, I guess. For all the years people have suffered under your cruelty. You swing your blade down hard, and Luther barely blocks it. This is for... my mother. All she ever wanted was peace, and you had her murdered for it. Your sword comes crashing down again. Luther stumbles back against the ship's railing, letting out a cry of pain. And this is for the Five Kingdoms. Finally, they'll be free from you. You bring your sword down with all your might, snapping the blade of Luther's sword in half. The broken weapon falls from his hand as he slumps down against the rail, clutching his wounded side. Well done, whelp. You've won. Go on then, kill me.
The tip of your sword hovers beside Luther's throat.
No. What do you mean, no? You still have work to do. Get up. Dragging Luther to his feet, you point to the Navraki soldiers still fighting on nearby ships. End it, now. Stand down. Everyone stand down. It's over. Surrender your weapons. We've lost.
Queen of the world.
There. That wasn't so hard.
All around you, Navraki soldiers reluctantly drop their weapons, and the sound of cheering breaks out all over the bay.
Hells, she did it. She really did it.
The battle's over. Yeah! 3 cheers for Queen Kenna! Huzzah! 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 Adder dives out of the way as Sei, still in dragon form, plummets out of the sky, smoke trailing from her jaws. Shay's body shimmers and shrinks, sparks flying as she resumes her human form. She hits the deck hard, tumbling to a stop near your feet. Sei, are you alright? I am fine. Do not look at me like I'm a sickly infant. Dragon shape drains strength quickly. Any longer, and I'd have lost consciousness. Thankfully, my training taught me to know my limits. But that means... Oh god, Dom! Desperately, you scan the sky until you see a familiar blue and gray shape veering erratically toward a fleeing airship. Dom, leave it! You have to change back! Kenna, there's no way he can hear you over there. Dom flaps his wings once more, then goes limp. Why didn't Sei mention this while they were flying together? No! The dragon shape vanishes in a shower of sparks, and Dom's motionless human form slams into the water below. Get a boat over there now! And depending how high up he was, all his bones are now broken. On it! Hold on, buddy! Kailani vaults into Swift and starts paddling. Whitlock hands you a spyglass and you scan the water for any sign of Dom. Just then a figure drops down from an airship suspended from a cable. Oh no, oh no. You look through the spyglass to see Hex. No, oh gods. You watch helplessly as Hex fishes Dom's unconscious form out of the water. She tugs on the cable and begins to reel them back up. No, you're not taking him, you bitch! Violet flames bloom across Sei's hands. She pulls back her arm to throw. Sei, don't! She has Dom! You'll kill him! We can't let her take him! You grab Sei, hugging her fiercely from behind. We have no choice. Sei lets out a choked sob, and the flames sputter out. High above, the airship slowly rises into the clouds, disappearing from sight. Gone. They're gone. We'll find him, Sei. I swear. We'll find him if it's the last thing I do. Well, now we know what Book 3 is going to be about. Chapter progress. You passed the final test and transformed into a dragon. Phoebus saved you and proved that having a bird of fire comes in handy. So if we hadn't paid real money to get Phoebus, does that mean that we would have been blinded by an arrow? Because there wasn't any ducking options. Anu arrived and demonstrated just how powerful Firemaster can be. You disabled the cannon on Hex's airship with a massive fireball. You rode Dom, combined the two of you decimated 2 of Luther's warships. You defeated Luther, freeing the 5 kingdoms from his tyrannical rule. But Dom has fallen into Hex's clutches. Who knows what nefarious plans she has in store? Look at all those points. We have the best points. So that was chapter 15 of book 2 of The Crown and the Flame. There's one more chapter, which I'm pretty sure is going to be everybody congratulating you for being awesome. And then we start book 3, which I'm guessing is going to be about saving Dom from Hex. And I like Hex as a villain. I don't like Hex at all. I can't stand her, but as a villain, I think she's well done, in my opinion. I mean, she's obviously a mad scientist archetype, but I think she's complex. You see that in the way she loves Whitlock. Couldn't think of his name. You see that in the way she loves Whitlock, but obviously she's a completely terrible person. And I think she's a really interesting exploration of what you get when you have somebody who enjoys creating and is good at creating weapons, but loses any sense of why those are important. I mean, I think it's one thing to create weapons for, somebody who actually needs it, and it's another thing to create them because they're fun. Let's blow up the world. It's very, very. She's lost sight of the whole point. She's not protecting people. She's just gratifying herself, and that's not, good. Thoughtful commentary from Anna Mardal. That's not, good. I'm sorry, I'm very tired. Maybe I need a nap. That was chapter 15. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in the next video. And until then, have a good one. Bye-bye.